Hello friendly faces, welcome to another video. So this week I thought we could have a look at the different types of natural Christmas tree there are. So the first type we can have a look at is a Norman fir. Now this is the most popular type of tree in the UK. It's got thick, soft, glossy needles that are dark green on the top and blue-green on their undersides. It's the best Christmas tree for holding onto its needles, so you haven't got to worry about cleaning up needles all over the festive period, particularly if you want to put your tree up early December. And this tree, it's got unscented needles, but it has got a wide base so it can accommodate lots of presents underneath. And the soft needles are child and pet friendly. So the next tree is a Norway spruce. This is a traditional Christmas tree. It's got a broad base and it's more of a triangular shape. And it's got nice red brown bark and it's got a bushy habit. Now this tree has dark green, dense, spiky foliage, and the needles can be quite sharp on a fresh tree, so you need to be careful when you're putting it up. Needle retention isn't as good on this tree as on the Norman fir, but you can minimise the needle loss by keeping it well away from radiators and other sources of heat. On the plus side though, the needles do have a nice sort of pine scent. Next up is the Serbian spruce. Now this is a slimmer, sort of thinner tree, and it's ideal if you've got smaller rooms or you want to put it on a porch or in a corridor. So this tree keeps its needles better than a Norway spruce, but it's not as good as the Norman fir. But again, it does have a really nice fragrance to make up for that. And these needles are sort of soft, flat, they've got blue tinge on them, and they're sort of a bit whitish on the underside. Now the next tree, the Alberta white spruce, is ideal if you're looking for a small Christmas tree to go on a tabletop or a large windowsill. Now it's slow growing, compact conifer with dense branches that has sort of bluey needles, and if you buy it in a pot you can plant it out in the garden after Christmas. So the Scots pine has a sort of dark green colour. It's got quite long needles, about an inch long, and again it's got good needle retention and a nice scent to it. Also the branches are quite widely spaced out, so you can get lots of decorations or presents in between them. So the blue spruce, as you can see, has got a bluey tinge to it. This is another tree with long needles, up to 1.5 inches, although again in a room that's too warm they will drop, although the branches are quite stiff, so they're good for supporting heavy decorations. And if you look after these trees, they can live for 600 to 800 years. But lastly, the lodgepole pine. Now this is a nice bright green tree with the branches that point upwards. It's another one that holds onto its needles really well, and also it's got a really nice pine scent. And the reason it's called a lodgepole pine is because it's what the Native Americans used to use to hold up their teepees. So I hope that was helpful and give you some ideas about what trees to choose. And if you look on Facebook throughout the day, there'll be more information about Christmas trees. And thanks for watching, and see you next week.